Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Can.
And this is a Pebble. A weekly podcast brought to you by the New Year's baby. Not Menin. We never do Menin.
Okay, but it always runs through my head every single time I say it, especially because you do a weird pause every time.
It's dramatic pause to build excitement and tension. Have people hanging on every word that's being said. My goodness. This is what I got to deal with, folks. So,
this is what I got to deal with.
New year, new us. January 3rd, as this comes out. What New Year's question or non-New Year's question do you have for us today?
What non-New Year's question?
Or New Year's. It doesn't matter. I didn't want to put you in a box.
Okay,
no one puts baby in a corner.
No one puts candy in a corner. Nobody puts candy in a box.
Most candy manufacturers do put it in boxes or bags.
This candy doesn't go in a box.
This candy is going to roll around, collect air and dust. Dirt.
Exactly. That's a more exciting life than sitting in a box until someone puts you in their mouth and crushes you to death.
Who wants
to be in a dark box where you get no interaction with anything and then you get crushed when you get out? Explain that to me.
There's someone.
No, there's
someone. There's someone out there.
No, they don't exist.
Yada, yada, yada.
So my question for you today would be, I don't really have one, but I'm trying to think on the fly. Well, I was going to ask, like, what keeps us, or what keeps you specifically, from living completely authentically? What are things that stop you, and why?
What are things that stop me? Still judgment.
Judgment of yourself or others?
Others, a little bit of myself, but others mostly, because you're falling out of norms, societal directives, what everyone's supposed to be in. You're not supposed to be. You think about in any of the media that we're in, the person that's the authentic artiste, that's, oh, look at them, they're weird. Look at, they're dressed differently, they look differently, they act differently. So you don't want to be them. You want to be part of the group, part of the cool kids. You
don't want to be them because
they're isolated. They're different. They're not like anybody else. So you got some of that judgment. And, there's safety in that too, because you like everyone else. So what's going to cause you, you're not going to get harmed if you're like everyone else, right? You're going to be in the group. You're not going to get attacked by the lions if you're the group of gazelles. Mm-hmm. So it's the one gazelle that's out there with the bright painted antlers that's dancing freely in the wind, enjoying his own grassy.
But he's having fun.
But he's the one that's going to get picked off by the lion.
Is he, though?
Yeah, that's how it works.
It's usually the one in the group that's just the slowest. Not the one who's out there living his own life.
That'd be me, too. Well, no, because he's outside the group. So
he doesn't have the herd protection.
Yeah. So it's that herd mentality, I think, that kind of controls a lot of that aspect.
Okay, so is there more?
Oh, there's all sorts.
No, is there more things that would keep you from living authentically? Or are those the two?
It's probably the all-encompassing one that would break off into more little things.
Okay, so let's take both of those. What is it really, the judgment? Like, you get judged all the time and you know it. We all get judged.
No one judges me.
Okay, but is it really the judgment? Like, you've handled people judging you, like you've deconstructed.
Yeah.
So people are judging you as a bad guy, like you're going to hell now, right? There are people that think that about you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't faze you at all. So What is it? Is it really the judgment? What is it? Can you go a level deeper?
Me?
You can, Dan.
I'm buoyant. I stay on the surface.
Okay. You married me, so you don't get that luxury.
Yeah, you keep trying to dig and dig and dig, and I'm like, no, let's stay on the top. It's nice up here.
It's boring.
See, here it is. You're going back to your metaphor of candy. You want to dig yourself into a hole, into a dark, dank hole. never
No.
to get out.
I want to dig in the hole so you can get out. If you don't dig down in there, you're not going to be able to get out what you need to. You got to see what's going on in the ground, right?
Maybe the metaphor you should be looking for is I'm looking for treasure in the ground.
Yeah, I'm digging for treasure. Might not be what I think it's going to be, but I'll turn it into treasure.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it? If it's not judgment, what is causing... Okay, you don't like the judgment, right?
Yeah.
Is it you just don't like it because you don't like that people think you're going to hell? That doesn't feel great, or that people think you're not a great guy.
I don't give a shit what people think about me. For
Exactly.
The most part.
So, but you just said it was judgment. What is it really?
Well, you're asking me what would hold me back.
Okay, and it does hold you back in some ways, right? That's one of the biggest things that holds people back in authenticity is judgment. But it's not judgment because we get judged all the time. What is it?
I don't know. Maybe it's fear of losing.
There you go. It's fear.
Oh, I found it, folks. I got the answer. See, when I get the answer, that's the reaction I get.
Now that we're on video, we have to we realize how much facial expressions we make.
Yeah. So, I think you fear that the judgment's there, but the judgment will cause separation or loss.
But that loss and separation will be painful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because let's say today, someone in your life finds out that you're not an evangelical anymore, right? They didn't know, they find out, and they stop talking to you.
Yeah.
And it was someone that you loved and cared for.
If someone found that out now, I probably haven't talked to them in a while.
Yeah,
so
that's true. I agree with you. But let's say it's someone you're close to right now. They find out that you believe that you are not less than Christ. That you would say,
I am a God.
Well, that we're all one with the divine, but that you're not. I mean, I wouldn't say that I am God, but I would say I'm a piece of the divine. Like I'm part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of the whole, and so are you. And you say that to people sometimes. And then let's say think of somebody you love and adore. You find them really enjoyable. They find this out and they stop talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there are people in your life that don't know that you think that way.
Yeah.
And then they reject you because of the belief.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What am I trying to get at?
No one knows.
Okay.
We're trying to get there. Enlighten us.
No, I'm trying to play this out in my own mind. Like, okay, so, I mean, I guess the point I'm trying to make that I believe is true, and I don't know, and I'd like you to challenge it if you can, is that it's just fear. It's fear of this nice holding in a yawn.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Or am I holding it apart?
No, you better not be holding it apart. No. God. So I guess it's just fear. It's fear of things that may or may not happen, but
Mm-hmm.
also things that you've already experienced. Like you've already experienced being rejected by people that you love and care for. You've already experienced being outside of the big group, right? You got kicked out of Christianity because your beliefs don't match it anymore, right? Yeah. So you can't be a part of it. And you already know how that feels like. You've been through it before. It's not as scary anymore, right? So I feel like as people who have deconstructed, we should be the most willing to be authentic.
Yes.
Because we've already experienced all that rejection.
We should be, yeah. But I think
we still struggle.
Yeah, because you struggle because you know what it's like. So you're going to go through it again. And it was a painful...
But it's not going to be as painful ever again.
But
I don't think it will ever. It will be painful, but it will be less and less painful.
So it's like...
The more you practice being authentic, the less painful.
Yeah, I mean, there's some truth to that. But, you compare it to like when you broke your ankle and you had to go through surgery. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go through that again?
No, but it would be easier this time because I know what to expect.
You still don't want to go through it.
I don't want to go through it,
because it was an inconvenience. It was difficult. It was tough.
Mm-hmm.
It was a trying time for you. And Lord knows what I'll end up doing after this one, if you do it again. So
why? Because you're still cooking dinner after this last one. Yeah, he is. But you know what? You know what I say in my head when I feel guilty about it? because sometimes I do. I say, you know
Fuck
what?
This guy.
For the first 2 decades of our marriage, I did all the cooking. So even though the kids say I gave them cereal and popcorn for dinner sometimes, it was a sometimes. I know I did, but it was a sometimes thing. I had meal plans.
According to the kids, it was every night. The only time they ever
I did meal prep work.
The only time they ate meals was when Dad was home.
That's the oldest being a little turd saying that stuff. So anyways.
But I think you don't want to go through it again because you understand it. You know what it is. It's painful, and no one wants to go through.
Your subconscious has, but if you know cognitively, hey, it's not going to be as painful. Like, I think that helps us to know, like, if the more you do something, the less painful or the less emotional, it loses its emotional charge a little bit until it's more comfortable to kind of be yourself, which can be uncomfortable, but it won't be uncomfortable anymore.
Yeah.
And uncomfortableness is where we grow.
Yeah.
Okay. So shifting gears, we answered that question.
Question 2.
Question 2. It's going to be very different than question 1. Question 2 is, should couples go to the bathroom in front of each other?
Have we asked this one before?
I don't think so. It doesn't matter. Answer the question.
I think it's up to the individual's preference. And what
if one person does want to and the other doesn't? I want to go to the bathroom in front of you. Just kidding. No, I
want to drop a deuce right in front of you.
Gross.
As you're brushing.
I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I mean, I understand that people it makes people close, or like they feel that comfortable with each other. But I feel like nobody wants to be around when someone's going to the bathroom.
I want to be around when I'm going to the bathroom.
Well, when you're going to the bathroom yourself, you have to be there. But it's just like, it shouldn't be shamed, but it is something that, yes, it is up to the couple. But I mean, I'm sure there's couples that one of them would be okay with it, and the other one's like,
Yeah. Yeah, and then they have to work out with it, and you probably have to see to the one that isn't comfortable and not do it. So,
yeah.
And I don't think it's like a common thing like, hey, honey, I'm going to take a shit, so come on, follow me.
No, I don't think it's like that. I think it's like someone gets up in the morning, they're brushing their teeth, and the other person just comes and sits on the toilet.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we've been married almost
27 and a half years.
Yeah, I was going to say almost 30, but yeah, 27 and a half years, and we don't, and I don't have any desire to do so. I feel like no way would I want that. I was told, like, as from an evangelical couple one time, like, that is what, like, you do when you get married. And
who was that?
I can't say names on here. It's people that we went to their house lots of times, had lots of kids. Told me not to wear the purse in between my boobs.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so they basically told me to not or to do that. That's what a healthy marriage basically looks like. But also, I came from a family where that kind of going to the bathroom and stuff. Stop staring at yourself in the video. I see what you're doing. No, you're doing it.
I'm actually staring at you.
Look.
My goodness. This is going off the rails. You came from a household.
We're new to video, guys. It's weird, especially when you're used to doing like TikToks and stuff where you have to stare at yourself. I don't like that. I look off.
So, you couldn't say poop or anything.
Yeah, we couldn't. So there's a lot of shame involved with bodily functions.
Yeah.
Which that's not healthy either.
No.
Should be something maybe if you had to.
Yeah, and that's where we know people that can't talk to their daughters that are 20 years old about their periods because it's uncomfortable and taboo. That's a whole other layer,
of purity culture. And maybe the bathroom thing is part of purity culture too.
It could be.
Because it's mostly, let's be honest, it's mostly women. Men don't want to think that women do those things. They don't. They want to act like women don't poop, they don't fart, and we all know we're human beings. You had babies.
Oh, you do.
Okay, you had babies that did, and you can tell. I know one of my sisters had a boyfriend who literally thought women didn't poop.
Yeah.
And he was your roommate at one point.
He was.
And that's crazy.
And he shit.
And I think his mom even told him that.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why did you do that? I don't know. It's just crazy.
It's just, well, parents tell us weird things. But I think the truth of the matter is you don't want to see my stressed face.
I don't want to. First of all, why is it so stressed? What?
That face.
Okay.
See, that with the eyes, that burned in your, we can tell from your eyes there, that was burned into your memory banks now that you never want to see that again.
No, I don't want to see that ever. Okay, what are you doing? Just because it's on video, you don't need to be showing these facial expressions. Don't. What the hell? Stop. What the hell? Okay. I think this episode.
You don't want to see that. That's why you don't want to do it, because you don't want to see that. Anyways. All right. So, yeah, I think it's up to the couple and what they want to do on that.
Because, thank you, Dr. Dan, for telling us.
I
found myself, I am looking at myself sometimes because I'm so used to TikToking. It's weird.
Just full of yourself.
Think about that. Think about how often we do selfies, we do videos where we look at ourselves.
Look at me.
No, it's really like you scrutinize yourself. That can't be healthy, us looking at ourselves so much in our videos and stuff, You ever think about that? How many yawns are you going to have? I've seen you hold so many
I've been sitting for a while.
I know, because we just got done doing a long recording. Yeah. And I have to do another recording once we get off of here. So
yeah, well, you get to type some copy after this. So
okay.
Then I got to go make dinner.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
Are we done then?
I think so. So yeah.
Great episode. This was so entertaining.
Poop in front of each other if you want, or if you don't. And don't be afraid to be authentic while you're pooping in front of each other or not.
Oh God. You know what? Do you?
I'm tired.
Every relationship looks different, and it's okay.
What's the old saying you have? You do you, I'll do me, but don't do, or I'll do me.
You do you, I'll do me. Oh, wait. I'll do me, you do you, just don't do me in the pew.
That's on video now. Forever to be out there.
It was a stupid saying I said one time, and it was not referring to it was just a it was a candyism.
You're referring to church pews.
Yeah.
Yes. So, anywho, DannyCan.com. Go check it out. That's where we got all our stuff up and running. Anything Drop the Stones or Candy's hypnotherapy related, go there and check it out and get on there at DannyCan.com. And always give us a good rating and a review. We appreciate it. 5 stars on podcast apps, thumbs up on YouTube. And yeah, thank you for listening. And remember,
listen to us.
Because we know some shit.
Bye.
Bye.